The new Ford Ranger is not selling. Its sales in the US experienced a staggering 92% nosedive in Q4 of 2023. Things in the market are about to change soon. So we've got for you the 7 shocking reasons why the Ranger is not selling. Recalls. One of the major reasons potential buyers are second-guessing their choice is the troubling number of recalls. Haven't you heard about the windshield debacle on the 2023 Ford Ranger? Ford had to recall a whopping 24,000 models over this issue, which is an absurd number. But to their credit, they've stepped up, offering free windshield repairs at dealerships and even refunding those who attempted a DIY fix. But let's not sugarcoat it. It's the bare minimum they could do for such an embarrassing event. It leaves us all wondering if being adventure-ready means embarking on a journey straight to the salvage yard. Now, you'd think that with Ford rolling out new models practically every year, they'd have a handle on fixing these kinds of issues, right? But like many companies these days, Ford has a habit of unveiling a shiny new model with each turn of the calendar. Yet, they haven't really tackled the underlying problems that have been plaguing us. Think about it. Aren't you just tired of this cycle? They should be addressing the real issues, not just piling more onto their already overflowing plate. What's even more troubling is that the recall issues don't stop at windshields. We could sit here all day and talk about everything that is causing trouble, but the reality boils down to one thing: reliability. The 2023 model year was a real head-turner, but not in a good way. Imagine cruising down the highway, windows down and the open road ahead. Suddenly, at a red light, bam! The engine sputters and dies, leaving you stranded in traffic. Not exactly the off-road conquest you had planned, right? These breakdowns aren't just inconvenient, they're a safety hazard. Stuck on a busy road with a dead engine is a recipe for frustration and potential danger. It definitely throws some shade on Ford's whole adventure-ready claim for the Ranger. Can you blame owners for being nervous about venturing out with reliability issues? And let's get real. We all love the Ford Ranger's legacy, a tough truck built for adventure. But lately, that adventure might involve an unexpected detour to the mechanic shop. Don't get me wrong, the Ranger still looks good. A rugged exterior that screams off-road prowess. But what good are those looks if you're stuck on the side of the road because of electrical gremlins? Look, a truck is supposed to be your dependable partner. It should haul your gear, conquer trails, and handle anything you throw at it. Sure, a sleek design is nice, but it's pointless if the truck can't do its core job. Be reliable and functional. That's why the electrical issues that plague the 2023 Ranger are so concerning. A truck that leaves you stranded defeats the whole purpose, right? Now, you might think that with all these recalls and pressure put on Ford, there might be a glimmer of hope for Ranger owners. But after these trucks are out of the factory, there is no solution, because one of their major flaws is embedded inside the truck itself. Which brings us to the next reason: performance and engine issues. This truck has faced a persistent issue that's caused quite a stir: problems with the fuel injection system. Now, this might sound like technical mumbo-jumbo, but bear with me, because this is a critical component that can make or break your driving experience. Imagine you're cruising down the highway, and suddenly your Ranger starts sputtering and losing power. Yeah, that's the fuel injection system acting up, and it can even lead to complete engine failure if left unchecked. You see, the fuel injection system is responsible for precisely delivering the right amount of fuel to the engine. It's like the heart of the truck, pumping the lifeblood that keeps it running smoothly. But in the case of the Ranger, it's been acting up, with clogged or malfunctioning fuel injectors causing all sorts of problems. As the injectors age and wear down, they become less effective at atomizing and spraying the fuel, leading to pesky issues like misfiring and black smoke billowing from the exhaust. And smoke and exhaust is another red flag that Ranger owners have reported encountering. This can be a sign of worn or even damaged engine components, such as worn piston rings, damaged valve seals, or even issues with a turbocharger if the vehicle's so equipped. The smoke and exhaust can also be accompanied by the burning of engine oil, contributing to the visible smoke and indicating potential engine wear or damage. Over time, the cumulative wear and tear on the Ranger's engine components can lead to a noticeable decline in overall performance and reliability, which is unfortunate. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. One of the more frequent complaints from Ranger owners is the tendency for the engine to overheat. This can be caused by a variety of factors, from a malfunctioning thermostat to a clogged radiator or issues with the cooling system components. If left unchecked, the excessive heat buildup can lead to significant damage to critical engine parts, resulting in costly repairs and potentially compromising the vehicle's overall reliability and longevity. Plus, in addition to the overheating problems, Ranger owners have also reported a noticeable drop in fuel economy. This can be influenced by a range of factors, from internal engine component problems to issues with the fuel delivery system or even aerodynamic factors. But you know what else is causing this? The transmission. The Ranger's transmission has been a source of ongoing concern, with owners reporting a range of issues, from overheating to perplexing gear-shifting challenges. These mechanical misadventures have manifested in the form of failures within the torque converter clutch and transmission control module systems, as well as frustrating fluid leaks and clutch-related woes. The severity of these problems has even led to targeted recalls. It's as if the Ranger's transmission has a mind of its own, throwing curveballs at drivers and leaving them scratching their heads, wondering when the next transmission-related surprise will pop up. One of the most prevalent transmission-related issues plaguing the Ranger has been fluid leaks, often stemming from the deterioration of the vehicle's transmission cooling system. These fluid-related issues can have a detrimental impact on the Ranger's performance, causing the gears to operate at a snail's pace, leaving the driver feeling stranded and unable to embark on their journeys. Imagine eagerly awaiting an off-road adventure, only to find your trusty Ranger struggling to maintain speeds above 20 miles an hour. A truly frustrating scenario that no adventurer should have to endure, which just makes a lot of people disappointed. But let's not stop there, because the hits keep coming. Once you've wrapped your head around these issues, another significant factor demands attention: the price. You'd expect a truck with such a legendary nameplate and promises of adventure to come at a premium, but the question is, does the Ford Ranger offer value that justifies its cost? The financial aspect is critical, especially when weighing the potential for frequent repairs and maintenance against the initial investment. Price. Alright, let's have a look at the pricing of the Ford Ranger. Starting at $32,670, it's not exactly a tumbleweed rolling across the desert when we talk about cost. Some might see it as a leisurely stroll across the prairie, where people squint and wonder if the price matches the cowboy lifestyle they want. When you conjure up thoughts of the Ford Ranger, picture a robust, modern-day workhorse, deeply entrenched in the dust of bygone eras. It's not your run-of-the-mill pickup. It's a vehicle that embodies adventure and dependability. However, in today's corral of Ford's lineup, with the Maverick and F-150 standing tall, the Ranger's pricing raises eyebrows. The mid-range XLT trim slides in at $29,335, while the Lariat trim leaps up to $33,375. That's a few extra coins for your saddlebags. But let's dive deeper into the nitty-gritty of the Ranger's pricing. Is it a fair deal for a truck that's as handy on the farm as it is on the freeway? Well, partners, it packs the muscle and smarts to back it up. The latest models come decked out with an 8-inch touchscreen and the Sync 3 system, turning it into a trusty sidekick on any expedition. And let's give a nod to the solid safety rating and the warranty covering you for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Now, here's the kicker. When faced with other stallions offering a similar ride for less coin, the Ranger's price might seem a tad steep for some cowboys. It's like walking into a bar and discovering that the root beer costs as much as the whiskey. In today's competitive market, where every dollar counts, potential buyers are weighing their options carefully. At the end of the trail, the Ford Ranger transcends being just a vehicle. It's a steadfast, reliable companion ready for countless escapades. It's got the guts, the glory, and the gadgets to stand tall in a pickup truck. But is it worth the admission fee? Well, partner, that's a question only you can answer. When evaluating the Ford Ranger's price, it's crucial to consider how it stacks up against its competitors. The pickup truck market is a battleground with numerous contenders vying for the top spot. Competition. This is a heated market where the Ranger squares off against some formidable adversaries, including the Toyota Tacoma, Honda Ridgeline, and even the Ford Maverick. These vehicles are not just about ruggedness, they're packed with cutting-edge features and innovative designs that push the boundaries of innovation in the pickup truck realm. Now, let's talk about the Ranger's journey through time. With a legacy stretching back to the early 80s, this truck has seen it all. But as the automotive landscape evolves, so must the Ranger. With rivals like the Maverick flaunting a hybrid powertrain and the Santa Cruz sporting a sporty unibody design, the Ranger must tap into its heritage and bring something truly remarkable to stand out in the crowd. But even the toughest trucks have their weak spots. While the Ranger's interior boasts durability and functionality reminiscent of a rustic barn, some critics argue it could use a dash of modern flair to appeal to the urban market. And while it's a beast off-road and a towing champion, there's a growing demand for advanced tech features to elevate the driving experience. And this is a problem, especially since the market is filled with trucks like the Tacoma. It almost has everything the Ranger offers, but even better. It is more reliable, which means you get more value for your money for a similar price tag. And have you seen the new model? It has hybrid engines with more power and a cleaner environmental impact. In short, it feels like the Tacoma has won the midsize market by now, and saying the Ranger is still competing with Toyota is a bit absurd. Because when you think about it, the glory days are kind of over for the Ranger. Now we can only compare this thing to less capable trucks like the Toyota Hilux, which is Toyota's flagship truck positioned just under the bigger Tacoma. And the crazy thing is that even in the lower leagues, the Ranger might find itself struggling. Most of this is due to one major fact. Ford has made this thing without considering its main appeal. People love this thing for its capability and interior design, which is meticulously designed to be as intuitive and functional as possible. So tell me why they're not delivering on that front. I mean, what is the point of capability if when you decide to actually use it, it breaks down on you? And that's not all. Let's talk about the design too. Design. First off, let's talk about the interior. Now, I know the Ranger is supposed to be rugged and tough, but that doesn't mean the cabin has to feel like a cave, right? A lot of owners have pointed out that the interior design is a bit dated and basic, especially when you compare it to the more modern, premium-feeling interiors of the Ranger's rivals. The materials used don't exactly scream high quality, and the layout of the controls and infotainment system can be a bit of a head-scratcher. And don't even get me started on the amount of storage space. It's like Ford forgot that people actually need to store things in their trucks. Gone are the days when we simply hopped into our vehicles for a ride. Now we want them to feel like home and sync up seamlessly with our trusty smartphones. That's where the Ford Ranger steps in, standing tall in the bustling world of trucks and aiming to keep up with the tech-savvy crowd. But let's be honest, while the Ranger's got some good reputation, its infotainment system has hit a few speed bumps, feeling more like a tired old mule than the sleek stallion we've been dreaming of. Imagine cruising down the highway, wind whipping through your hair, your favorite tunes blasting away. Then bam! Silence. Then suddenly the tranquility is shattered. The steady hum of your engine gives way to an unsettling silence. Your attention darts to the dashboard where, moments ago, your route and music choices were at your fingertips, now frozen in time. It's like a glitch in the Matrix, not just halting your ride but disrupting the very essence of your journey. The reliance on screens and systems, no matter how advanced, can be risky. But before we dive into the nitpicking, let's give credit where it's due. Ford's latest Ranger models sport a slick 8-inch touchscreen on the dashboard that is responsive and paired with the Sync 3 system. With its voice-activated technology, it keeps you connected without losing focus on the road ahead. Yet the road to tech stardom is filled with potholes. Folks have been reporting black screens, freezes, and connection glitches that make you feel like you're stranded in a digital desert. It's more than just a minor inconvenience. It's like finding a chink in the armor of our modern-day chariots. But fear not, Ford's not one to shy away from a challenge. They're rolling out updates very quickly, aiming to smooth out the kinks. But it's not just the cabin that's causing some issues. The exterior design has also been a bit of a head-scratcher for some. Sure, the Ranger's rugged, graceful look is appealing, but let's be honest, it's starting to look a little too much like its big brother, the F-150. Where's the distinctive styling that's going to make the Ranger stand out in the crowded mid-size truck market? If it can't capture the attention of buyers, it's going to have a tough time competing with the more visually striking options out there. And this is a huge problem because design is not just about looking good or even functionality and boasting practical features. It is more than that, especially for the manufacturers. And let's just be real here, I'd have to talk about how much the design of a product affects the brand identity. Ford knows that clearly they've been using it for years to generate buzz and build their popularity. Just look at the Bronco or the Ranchero, whose striking design meant something for the culture. Everyone still loves those cars, which is a bit of a sword with two edges, because now everyone thinks a Ford truck is going to be something unique and a bit experimental. Now let me ask you, where does the Ranger express that? But let's not get too wrapped up in the design aspect and forget about the big picture. Brand perception. In a world where bigger is often seen as better, our dependable Ranger has been like a crafty coyote under the mesmerizing moonlight, elusive and enigmatic, especially when it comes to standard features. But the Ranger's journey has been marked by both triumphs and tribulations. Its sales in the US experienced a staggering 92% nosedive in Q4 of 2023, despite a 112% global increase over the past decade. This dramatic decline can be attributed to a convergence of factors, including unfavorable market conditions, intensifying competition, and a shift in consumer preferences toward SUVs and crossovers. But the main issue is the fact that people don't really think it's worth buying the Ranger anymore. Its name has been dragged through the mud, and don't get me wrong, the masses have every reason to believe that. As the Ranger stands at the crossroads of its future, the path forward is clear and determined. With strategic marketing initiatives and a renewed emphasis on understanding its customer base, the brand can steer back into the hearts and minds of the loyal truck enthusiasts. And it is already doing that. The latest Ranger model introduces a powerful 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 engine, addressing past issues and setting the stage for a resurgence in the brand's popularity. What truly drives the engine of change is Ford's unwavering commitment to its customers, engineering the new Ranger to cater to the needs and desires of adventure seekers. Now, will it be reliable and dependable? We'll just have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, the Ranger's tale is one of resilience, a poignant reminder that even the most rugged of journeys can lead to a revival of appeal and a renewed sense of purpose. It has the potential to be the great thing it once was. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.